back to the channel. Today I am brewing a sweet potato wine. Now I've got some here and I've got a couple that are loose here which have already been washed, scrubbed down. They just need peeling. I'm going to steam them for about an hour or till they're cooked. And I'm going to be doing this the same way that I did the sake. So I didn't steam the sake because I didn't have anything big enough to contain all the rice in. But I'm just going to use my vegetable steamer for the potatoes. Then mash it down. Add the rice leaven onto the trays. Spread it out, cool it down. Add the rice leaven. Mix it all in. And then put it into these jars. Then what should happen, fingers crossed, it should then start breaking down. The rice leaven's got an enzyme inside it that breaks down starches and converts them to sugars. Then I'm not sure whether it has yeast inside the packet as well, but or maybe an airborne yeast starts up the fermentation of the sugars into alcohol. So you get a dual thing going on at the same time. It might work, it might not, but we don't know. I've seen some people do it where they use the sweet potatoes, but they add sugar as well. I'm trying not to do that. I don't want to add the sugar. I could add the sugar, but I don't want to. I want to see whether the rice leaven works the same way as it does with a sake. So, yeah, I've got a bit of prep to do. I've washed everything, sanitized everything. Now it's just to clean the rest of the potatoes up and peel them. Then get them steamed for an hour, and then we'll put it onto the trays, let it cool, and then we'll add the rice leaven. And now we are going to peel them. Why does everything always take longer than you think it's going to take? Well, that took an absolute age. Now we're going to cut them up. Chop, chop, chop. Right, that's the sweet potatoes peeled and cut up. Now I've already got the water pre-boiled, so I'm going to add the sweet potatoes into the steamer. Be careful when using any sort of steam, because you know it's bloody hot. Just pop that over there for now. Double check that we've got plenty of water. Yep, plenty of water. And I'm going to come and check that in a bit. Make sure that there is a sufficient amount of water in there, so that it don't burn dry, because we don't want that. We don't want that. That'll do for that layer. Oh, that's still hot. And then the rest in the top. Lid on. About an hour. I'm going to swap layers about halfway through, so in about 30 minutes I'll swap the layers. Just so they cook evenly. Once they're all nice and tender and mushy, I'm going to mash them and then lay them out on the trays to cool down. Right, so it's been actually less than an hour and they're ready. I've just stabbed a fork into them and they're ready to rock and roll. So now what we're going to do, mash them. Pop that on there for now. Dog's come in for a drink the second I press the red button. Get rid of that water. Let's open the windows, man, it's steaming. Yeah, get rid of that water. And then we are going to mash these. The masher has been sterilised, as everything that is going to touch this, although I don't think it matters as much with this method of brewing, because you kind of want some sort of airborne yeast to get in there, I believe. And proceed to mash. Right, that is that mashed. Totally mashed. I'm going to use this again to scoop it in. And we're going to move over to the table where we're going to lay it out on trays so it can cool. Right, so I'm going to have to leave these in the air for a short period just to try and get them to cool down a bit, because we can't add the rice leaven yet. And yeah, I'll come back in a minute and give it another move around, get some of the stuff under the bottom up to the top, and yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so that's it all cooled down now to a relative room temperature. It's within the guidance of what this is supposed to be done at. This is 35 degrees. We're way under that, so that's happy days. We're going to add the rice leaven now. And I've decided I'm only going to do one batch. I'm just going to try it the way that I wanted to try it with the rice leaven. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to try it another way. Look, dog's back in for another drink. The second I press that red button. What a moving. So we're going to sprinkle this over the top. Comes out like parmesan, really. That's what it looks like. And same over this side. So, and this creates something called a koji, I think, or is it, that might just be with sake. Might only be working with the sake like that. Then we're going to mix all this in, like so. I'm going to put it into this jar. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. Maybe I shouldn't have stirred that. Ah well. It'll either work or it won't. I'm sure we'll find out one way or another. So then add this gloopiness into this. I'm going to speed it up. So it's in the fermenter. I'm going to add water. Now, some say you don't need to, some say you do need to with the sake, but I'm just going to do it enough to cover it. Like so. And if I remember rightly, you were supposed to put some on the top, which I then forgot about. So I'm just going to add it to this, like that, and then mix it in. And hopefully this will create a sweet potato wine. If not, it will just be a load of gloop that ends up going down the toilet. Might even add some more water to it, to be honest. thickened up into some sort of paste. And the water content is pretty much what the alcohol will be, isn't it, really? So I'm going to put an airlock on it and see what happens. Could go wrong, could go right. Who knows? We cannot see the future. If we could, we'd all be millionaires. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't smell very nice. Kind of looks like carrot soup. And we'll see what it does. We shall see.